Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, guys, this is really interesting footage. Subhanallah, it was picked up in Slovakia, Bratislava, on the 23rd of January. It's been uploaded by Dale Martin again, fantastic researcher. But what you'll see is two celestial bodies, one being obscured by the clouds and the other one not. So if it was a lens flare, then both of them would be obscured, but you get to see one celestial body, which I've understood to be the gas giant next to our sun. It's further away in the sense from the sun, so it looks larger to us, um, um, simply because it's closer to us than our sun is. So I mean, it's a very interesting, subhanallah, anomaly. And again, like I said, this is the one that we initially spoke of, or at least saw for the first time by Paul Cox, and that actually happened to be the first vlog I ever uploaded on the channel, where Paul Cox shows this celestial body very close to our sun on the right hand side during the transit of Mercury, and it seemed to be the gas giant which was being illuminated by our sun. Its atmosphere was being illuminated. That gas giant simply, it's only close to our sun because I understand it to share close proximity to its primary star, and its primary star is tucked away behind our sun, and it's orbiting its own primary star. So we find it often very close to our sun when the technology that they're using to cloak it and disguise it and shift the focal point using lenses above our atmosphere cease to work. This is when it's caught. I mean, don't forget, let's say, for instance, we have got, just as a very crude example so that you can get your head around what I mean by lenses and shifting focal points. Think of, let's say, for instance, an umbrella. Now, if you have an umbrella above you, then A, the rain isn't going to fall on you, but B, you're not also going to see the source of that rain, i.e. the clouds, where it's coming from. Whereas someone else who's not got an umbrella, they'll see the full length and the breadth of the clouds above him and the skies above him, as well as where the rain is coming from. And that's not too dissimilar to why some people in certain regions of the world actually see these celestial bodies, whilst others don't, simply because the canopy above us of the lens system that basically shifts the focal point of these celestial bodies are focused specifically in a certain region, on a certain location, on a certain country. And what I've noticed is from the research that the developed countries seem to have that in place, simply because I guess that's where you'll find intelligentsia and the movement of information, which is going to be a lot more fluid. And this is where they want to ensure that it's not seen as easily, okay, by people. Whereas these sort of third world countries and non-developed countries, and also where technology is not necessarily up to speed, and also they're not highly densely populated areas, those areas aren't areas of concern or priority for them. So you'll find that these lenses that are used above our atmosphere to shift the focal point of these celestial bodies aren't um, um, aren't basically uh, goodness uh, positioned there. They're positioned above these sort of developed countries. This is my understanding anyway, and this is very interesting footage you can see, subhanallah, where you're getting to see this other celestial body being hidden and obscured, whereas the sun itself is there as plain as the eyes can see. That seems to be the sun. This seems to be the gas giant, and it seems to be further away from the sun, closer to us, of course, closer to Earth, hence why it looks so large. It is large. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely huge. But and this is the same celestial body that we've seen so far in Brazil recently, in Morocco, in what's the last location that we actually uploaded recently, other than Slovakia? Israel, that's it. So it's been seen in Israel, it's been seen in Brazil, it's been seen in Morocco, and it's been seen in Slovakia now. It's building up, and there's another location. There's a fifth location it was seen as well, uh, but it's lost on me. So I'm sorry, guys. I can't recall it out of my memory, but I'm sure any one of you will remember it, especially for those of you who regularly tune into what we upload on this channel and archive. Anyway, Jazakallah khairan wa ahsanul jaza for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.